Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of the Influencers Connection Corner of 2025. Oh my gosh, can you believe 2024 really felt like it just flew by in the blink of an eye?
You know what's really scary? How time flies by. Like,
Oh my
okay, I'm sorry.
goodness. Oh
I'm,
my goodness.
I think the
Sia.
coffee kicked in. Coffee kicked in, girl.
Okay, well, see, there we go. Cheers to that. Cheers to
Cheers,
coffee.
everyone.
Yes. See, I love it. I love that mug of yours, by the way. But anyhow, I'm so thrilled, guys, to have you all here and just kick off another year of just amazing connection, inspiration, and meaningful, really conversations, as I always said. As you know, if you're not familiar with our show, this is a space where we bring incredible stories, valuable insights, and just impactful voices to highlight. And today's is no exception. As we said, we have two amazing individuals, a super power duo, as I call them, super women who are just taking the caregiving world by storm. And I am just so honored to highlight them. But as we step into this new year, I really wanted to take a moment to thank each and every one of you who have followed us from the beginning. This is going to year two. How does that feel, Sia? My goodness, you put up with me.
Mama, it's more like you put up with me, if anything, and just the fact that looks like we've made it. I don't know the Shania Twain song, but
I,
looks like
I don't know. We're texting. Oh my God,
I
that's a
know they were
shame.
the worst. No, so can someone sing some Shania for me because I do like that song, despite my not loving of the country genre as much. But yeah,
Yeah,
and I
I'm
just
right
dated
there with
myself
you.
in the '90s.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's amazing though. But music does unite folks. And music, food, and sports. I've always said that. It unifies the souls. It brings people together, and I just love it. Yes, like I said, I wanted to thank you guys for being there from day one for us. And if you're new to our show, welcome. Thank you so much for giving us, your support. And also all these different entrepreneurs and people that we're going to be highlighting, entities that we're going to be highlighting. But with having said that, is there anything that stood out for you from 2024? Since we didn't do a wrap up show last year, because I was on a little social media hiatus, but hey, it's important to take mental breaks from once in a while. So we'll
One
talk
hundo.
about that. We'll talk about that during the conversation. But anything from 2024 that stood out for you, Zia?
It was, like every year you go into it thinking one thing and you come out the other end. And I gotta tell you, man, resilience really did pop up. I think that was your word of the year, wasn't it, last year? And I think it was
Mhm.
true because I gotta tell you, as gangbusters and great as the company, Brilliant Being Media, has grown, and for those like you say, like I've been posting less and less on LinkedIn, for example, because I've been behind the scenes for so many other, clients that it's like,
Yes.
wow, it's like you got to take your me time in, but you've also got to ride the wave of the ups and downs of, yeah, it's great. Business has grown, but was it a smooth and easy journey? Hell no. And I think, I don't know, I feel more rested, even though I'm the busiest I've ever been. How's that? For knowing
Yes.
that you're coming out the tunnel, if you want to call it that. So there.
Mm-hmm.
Resilience
Yes.
has been that 2024 for me. What about you, girl?
I definitely can relate with that. Resilience definitely had to. I had to had a lot of that in 2024. So many new experiences, so many new just adventures that we were, diving into, and I'm filled with gratitude just because from those experiences there's growth. And so
Yes.
Brilliant Being Media really really gave me a taste of everything that I've really wanted in my life, and that is being able to help out other communities, being able to highlight individuals who are changing the world in a positive way and contributing back and helping other souls. And so for me, being able to highlight those folks, I'm like, yeah. And to travel, I'm like, yes. So everything has just been amazing. And I feel that 2025 really just lit up that fire in us even more.
For sure, girl. I mean, we could definitely wax poetic on it. What I'd like to do though is, I could tell the chat is getting restless because let's be honest, you and I are cool and all, but we're not the coolest cats in the house today.
No, we're not. And so, having said that, without further ado, oh my
Can we
goodness,
roll?
please, please, yes, let's
Can we roll our
roll.
intro? Someone's
And
rusty. Someone is rusty. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna tease her backstage, kids. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Influencers Connection Corner.
hey,
Dude, I
hey,
gotta
hey,
something's happening to I gotta
hey.
check out that intro. It got cut off. Did it get cut
Oh
off
no, the
at the end?
beautiful,
Hey, audience, tell me if it got cut off on the end. Son of a sea cook.
the beautiful buttery voice of shout out to Mr. Sincera Mitchell out of Orlando, Florida, who delighted us with his voice on this intro. So thank you so much for that, and shout out to you. And please let us know where you're tuning in from, and let us know if you can hear us loud and clear, as this is the first show of the year. We want to make sure that we get the message across. Hey, y'all.
Oh,
Hola, familia. Oh, well, there you
that's
are.
you, girl. Hey, speaking of which, that's Sincera who did our voiceover, guys. So Sincera, I'm gonna have to remix the audio because I don't know why that keeps getting for at least on my end it's getting cut off. I don't know if tell me you guys if the intro's getting cut off.
Yeah, it might
But
have been. But anyhow, so if y'all looking for a voiceover person, he is your guy. I am telling you. You'd be missing out if you don't. But hit him up. And anyhow, who else is in the chats? I would definitely want to say hi to people. Oh,
our sponsor. We shall
oh,
talk more of our sponsor later. But hey, shout out Tausi in the housey.
there you go. I love that. Tausi in the housey. Okay, so
I don't think Janice is gonna appreciate that. She's like, no.
oh my gosh.
Christine, she's a fellow Texan out of Waco.
Oh, well, hi, Philo Texan. Thank you so much for joining us, Christine. Look in the snow. Oh, is it snowing up there right now?
I think she said there was like she texted me late last night. There was like they got sprinkling of snow. Did you guys get any snow, Houston?
Girl, no.
Dude,
We
you
just
guys,
got really bad winds.
I gotta tell you guys, it snowed in Dallas. It came down so hard and beautiful at some points. You could see snowflakes like that big just coming down. It was just like I literally was singing, walking in a winter wonderland. But like, so let me just show you just perspective wise, and this is me just doing this right now, guys. So clearly, there's a lot of planning on our part today. For those that can,
Impromptu.
and hopefully, if they can see, okay,
Oh.
this was during the snow. This is a break in the snow. And let
Oh,
me tell you, that was 2 days ago. This was yesterday. Same spot.
oh, man. Yeah. So, oh, that's pretty. That is so
That's a
pretty.
ton of snow, you guys, in Dallas. We do not get of that genre. So it rained as well. So I know that beautiful snow turned into ice. So everyone on the roads, be careful.
Yes, yes. No, I mean, we've had really bad just yes, the temperature has dropped, but the wind chill. And we're not used to that. We're Southerners. We're from Houston. We really don't know how to act when it gets cold like this. So I've been staying as much as possible indoors, just taking the girls to school, coming back, and that's about it. No outside activities.
For
But I
sure.
do want to say really quick, I'm sending my prayers and my thoughts are with everyone who are enduring these fires and everyone in LA. Outside of Cali, if you don't know what's going on, please tune into the news. If you can send support, if there's anything that we can do, please give us a holler. Send us a DM or something like that, because the best thing that we can do right now is come together as a community. Um, you
Legit,
know,
legit. I'm from there,
yes,
so sending all the love to my family and friends. Be safe, love you, and like take care of yourself, you guys. Smoke inhalation is no joke. So definitely, we're veterans. I know my SoCalians, so I get it. So sending all the love.
yes, yes.
So
But anyhow, shout out, Stephen. Thank you so much for joining us from the beautiful New York, that I hope to visit this year. So yeah, we need to make that happen. We already talked to Leslie Neidig. Shout out to you, beautiful queen, the conflict strategist. I love you. Just being able to go out there as well. But Yes, so without further ado, Madame, should we go ahead and have the guest of honor grace our screens because they are just
Yes,
amazing.
absolutely. Yes. Okay, let's just go ahead and do it. Fine. We're going out of sequence again. Girl, you are so out of shape. We're gonna get you.
I
You
am.
you enjoyed a little bit of too much non-live stream timeout, girl. But anyway,
I
hey,
did.
Angel Romero from Houston.
Hey, let's
All
talk,
right.
Angel. All
Right,
right,
right.
so without further ado, I really, really am so excited. I know this is not the first time they're here, but this time we have so many reasons to celebrate. So please put your hands together and welcome the amazing super duo who has been revolutionizing the caregiving space for decades. And they are Christina and Cindy from the Adaptive Equipment and Caregiving Corner. So please welcome them to the Influencers Connection Corner.
And by the way, ladies, welcome, welcome,
Oh,
welcome. But I just want to go on record. Okay, just got to go on record.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you say like decades, like I don't know if that's I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it a
that's like,
compliment,
hey,
kids?
whoa, whoa, whoa,
whoa!
whoa. Slow your roll,
That's
girl.
right. Slow it.
It's from a credibility. It's from a a
From the
respectful
heart.
stance. It's
Period.
heartfelt. I was just trying to say that
We
you
appreciate
guys,
it. We
you
appreciate
you you guys are just amazing at what you do. So you have eons of experience. How about that?
That's okay. We'll take that.
We'll take that. Absolutely.
Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh. Pardon our shenanigans, Christina and Cindy, but this is how we roll. And it is Saturday.
That's awesome. Love it.
Cheers, drink your coffee, your beverage,
right.
whatever you have, fun in your cup. It doesn't matter. Cheers to that. But welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time for being here on a Saturday. How is the weather up there with you? Where y'all at?
Ooh,
Oh,
it is cold.
It is cold. Yeah. I think we might make it up to 30 today. It's been in the teens. We got some snow. We probably got about 5 to 7 inches of snow
Yes.
and ice.
And ice.
So
We've shoveled twice.
yeah, we got some more snow yesterday. So
Mhm.
yeah, so it's been cold, and I feel like we're all kind of holed up here.
Yes.
We actually got out to the first time in a few days since the storm, and got to shovel our driveway, and I'm like, it's the sun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, as I mentioned earlier, pardon me, there's my little puppy barking there. As I mentioned earlier, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone who is enduring weather-related, just episodes and experiences. Just because it's tough. It's really tough especially for people who are having to take care of their loved ones.
right.
They have to not only think of themselves, but also of the other lives that we are responsible for. So please, please tell the audience a little bit about you, a little bit about the entity, and we'll go from there.
It's I think it's interesting that that we're talking about the caregivers and all the weather related stuff that's going on, and people being isolated with their loved one, maybe from a storm or through the fires, or being misplaced due to the fires. When we started Adaptive Equipment and Caregiving Corner, we started it in January of 2020. We officially launched it in January of 2020. And then here in Illinois, in March of 2020, we went in quarantine. And so what Cindy and I did with our video library is we started trying to market it to those individuals that maybe were quarantined with their loved one, and they had no idea how to physically care for a loved one safely and keep their loved one safe. So that's kind of how it got started. Is we felt like we were trying to bridge that connection, and it just so happened that the pandemic took place right at the beginning of our launch. I would recommend, if you're starting a business, don't start it
In a pandemic.
in a pandemic.
Not a great thing.
Yeah,
Not a great thing.
as far as a business is concerned, it's kind of
Yeah.
hard. But so Cindy and I,
Yeah, so we're therapists.
Yeah.
Like, we'll back up a minute
Yep.
here. I'm a physical therapist. Christina is a speech therapist. I have been in the home health realm for probably 30 plus years.
decades.
Decades and decades and
Eons,
Yes,
remember.
eons. That's right. And Christina, what have you been in?
Yeah,
25
so yeah,
something?
probably about 25 years. Yeah, and most of my time I was working with people living with dementia. I was in long-term care the majority of it. I did some time early on after college in schools. I was the speech teacher in schools, which I loved, absolutely loved. But I really found my passion working in the geriatric population in long-term care, in particular, people that have lost their ability to swallow. So dysphagia therapy, and then working with people living with dementia. It was, it was a blessing to get to work with them every day and their families.
Yeah, and working in the geriatric realm, especially in home health, you're kind of in there, everybody's own setting. I love that because you're in their space, and you get to take a little bit more time to really get to know them. But in that, we found, because at the time we were both doing home health, that again, with Christina talking about that gap, that there was some missing things going on for caregivers when their loved ones were coming home from the hospital, nursing home, skilled care, something like that. And it's not even necessarily that the caregiver didn't know what they were doing, but there's so much. There's so much that goes on in a discharge, or if you have somebody that suddenly becomes ill and you're a caregiver overnight. And there was that gap of information. I will never forget seeing a knee patient, a total knee patient in the home. And he was young, his wife was young, and they were having trouble with his ice bucket cooling machine to help the swelling in his knee. And she couldn't figure it out. And she said, I feel so stupid. She said, they told me about this. I should know this, but there was so much information. I just couldn't get it, and it was a very simple fix, but she felt terrible as a caregiver. And I was just like, I can't, it breaks my heart.
No, because there's such an overload of information whenever we go through these situations that we don't experience, obviously, on a daily basis, and we don't want to experience those, hospitalizations and discharges. So, and I'm right there with you that even though we are individuals who are highly educated, we can be as highly educated as you want. However, when you have to, get knowledge from that type of taking care of someone, it's difficult. It's difficult to actually ingest it, masticate it, first of all, but being able to perform and actually carry out and execute the steps, it's a totally different game.
It is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is. It is tough, and so, and we get caregivers new caregivers, that will come to us and say, I don't know where to start. And sometimes before they get to us, they will say, I went out and I bought everything, every piece of equipment that I think they would need, instead of going to maybe the therapy department where their loved one was at and saying, what do they need? And then going to a lending closet and borrowing the equipment instead of buying it all brand new. I mean, people could spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on equipment, and turn around and they just don't need it. And maybe some of that equipment is hygiene, and so you purchase it and now you can't send it back. So that's the kind of stuff that we were seeing in home health, that the caregiver just didn't know the tools that were out there. And we know what the right tool for the right situation, what a game changer it can be for caregivers, not only for caring for their loved one and keeping them safe, but keeping themselves safe during that daily care.
Oh my goodness, do I know that? There are some things throwing my back out or hurting myself, straining a muscle, because we think, yes, we're young, we could do it all. But no, after you do it for so many times and consecutively, and as I say, day in, day out, you wear out. Your muscles are shouting at you, saying, what are you doing? You're not 20 anymore. So it's important for both of our safety, and like you said, the safety of the patient or your loved one. And so for me, it's been a very key, essential thing that you focus on. I love that with the concept of adaptive equipment, right? So tell us a little bit about how that specific concept kind of evolved and how your instructional videos they're just amazing. I may say that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so we just kind of started when we were both in home health. We wanted to, everybody has questions after you leave.
Yeah.
That's pretty typical.
Yep.
So we wanted to be able to leave a video behind so that they could revisit what we were educating them on. It's good for family education. So that's kind of our business. It's focused on caregiver and individual education and trying to keep everybody safe and aging in place.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people want to do.
Yeah. So when we first started Adaptive Equipment Corner, it was on our YouTube channel, which is where we met our goal.
Yeah.
And we started making these videos. It was back in 2014 when we started making them. We had just moved into a house. We had a spare bedroom. We used my iPhone. Didn't even have a microphone yet. So
Yep.
that technology that you could plug a microphone straight into your iPhone and then have the subject in front, that hadn't even been developed yet.
Yeah.
And so it was just my iPhone on a tripod. And we started off in a spare bedroom just making these videos. And then we went downstairs and we were making videos down. So if anybody wants
A laugh.
a laugh, go to our YouTube channel and look at our very earliest, because we made an introduction video about what we planned on doing on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And so it's there. Cindy sitting in our spare bedroom talking about what we planned on doing.
Kind of in the dark, and
yeah, so it wasn't
the lights weren't.
Yeah, it wasn't until probably a few months later that we introduced me into it as speech therapy, and we had reached Carrie Mellon from Easy Hold. She makes silicone
Yes.
universal cuffs. Reached out to us. She was our first company that reached out to us and asked us to do a product review, at least to raise awareness to our viewers, which we had like 4 viewers, or, we had 4 subscribers at the time.
Yeah.
But we kept telling ourselves, if we can get 10, we can get 1,000. If we can get 1,000, we can get 10,000. And so she reached out to us and sent us a package of these silicone straps. And that's when I got introduced, because it was something that we would use with feeding people and stuff. So I wanted to shout out to Carrie Mellon for being the one that opened the door. And so then once we started doing that for her, then our YouTube channel kind of turned more into the raising people's awareness of these products that were out there. So it's kind of been this almost like a mom and pop shop. So a lot of times the caregiver through their journey says, you know what, it'd be really awesome if you would take this product and tweak it this way, and then it would be helpful for me. Then their caregiving journey has ended, and then they become an entrepreneur. So now they're selling this product that they've created, the necessity, out of necessity. And so then they've reached out to us, and we've tried to raise awareness of them. So, we're not big. They're not big. It's just trying to lift all boats and stuff. So that's kind of how that started. And we and so now our YouTube channel is mostly about those products. And then the videos that we started on YouTube, we took and put them behind a subscription wall. So that's our other business model, is we have over 200 videos behind a subscription paid wall. That talks more about the physical, the physicalness about caregiving and stuff. And so people can subscribe to that for a monthly membership fee.
Yes. And let me tell you, guys, if y'all have not visited AEC, well, we call it AEC, but it's Adaptive Equipment and Caregiving Corner, their channel, y'all should. But you mentioned earlier, to check it out and have a laugh at your first video. But let's fast forward to earlier this week. We have many reasons to be laughing and smiling, but for other reasons. And that is, y'all hit a monumental milestone for the caregiving community. And so, we wanted to be the first ones to definitely give you an official congratulations on hitting 100,000 on YouTube, 100,000 subscribers, guys, for caregiving community. This is so amazing.
Thank you.
Can I just tell you, I did this late last night. And okay, so for those that are like wondering why there's like numbers up here, this is Sia being obsessive and basically giving them like status updates and stuff. But here's the funnier part. This was like a week or this was like 2 days ago. You're actually and I forgot to download it earlier this morning to get you guys your updated numbers. So who wants to go to @AE Corner on YouTube and let me know what the number is, because you know what? I last night was excited because you guys were at 100,000, I think 700. I think you
Yeah.
My
hit.
goodness.
We get
Like,
Yeah,
okay,
well,
so here's the thing about like hitting milestones, everyone, like in business as well. When you work so hard to hit a milestone, but once you
Yeah.
achieve your milestone, isn't it incredible how you just breeze right past it, like right after, like
Yeah.
whoop, it's like a nothing, like a nothing burger,
Yeah.
but getting there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what and you're right. See, I didn't even think about that. But I mean, we were, what we always say is a watch pot never boils, and that's what it felt like up to, once we finally hit it would go down and then it'd go up and then it'd go down. It just felt like we were hovering there for a little bit. And then once we hit the 100,000, I was like, oh, we're going to go back down past 100,000, then we'll come back up. And boy, we didn't. Once we hit 100,000, we just kept on going.
Yep.
But that's
So
what we
I
were
stand
saying
corrected.
earlier. That's what we were saying earlier is that, it's if we could hit 1,000, then we can do 10,000. If we can do 10,000, we can do 100,000.
That's right.
Well, I stand corrected, ladies. It's 100,856 as of this exact moment in time. So
Nice.
super. That means like within a day and a half or so, you had like 856 signed up, which is again fast. It's like accelerating the pace, because before it was like
Right.
chugging along around 400 a day. You know what I mean? But so let me ask you this, ladies, because I'm a creator producer, right, myself, plus for Brilliant Bee Media, the business. It was in March. I remember we all initially talked to each other about what do we do to make Adaptive Equipment Corner at AE Corner more, build the community, because so many people need to know adaptive equipment exists. So what were some of the, and don't get all the secrets, you guys, but like, what's one big secret that you changed your behavior of what your previous post? Because I think in March, you guys were hovering around 5,000, I think it was. And we were going to, I think initially we're like, let's get to 20K. And then you guys got to 20K pretty quickly. And then after that, we're like, let's go to 50K for the end of the year. And now here we are, 100K. So what was it? Because you guys hovered and then you just blew up. What did you do differently?
Yeah. Well, it was really about getting the word out more. I know that that the increase this year was exponential, basically. But getting when you're on YouTube as a creator, the magic number really for any YouTube creator is 1,000 subscribers, because then you get to be a part of the YouTube partner program. And then once you're a part of the partner program, then all of these other features open up to you on YouTube. Like, you could post, you could actually make little posts, and you could start building more of a community. But up until that point, you can't. So it feels like it was just taking advantage of taking advantage of those features that YouTube has kept adding and adding, and helping us build that community to reach out to more people. So Cindy and I we started earlier this year trying to reach out to more and get more countries to come to our YouTube channel and know that. And so we kind of did some research about people that were already on our YouTube channel, what countries people were already seeing our YouTube channel from. And so we started kind of gearing it more towards them and marketing it more towards them, and saying, like South Africa, maybe, they've got a large, a lot of these other cultures, they keep their loved one at home more than we do here in the United States. We tend to be more where we put them in a facility where we get that skilled care help. So we just thought, let's put it out to more of these countries that have that culture where they keep their loved ones at home as long as possible. And I really think that's really what did it. And then just learning how to take advantage of those features that YouTube continues to add to, for creators to their channels.
So let me stop you right there, because I want to be able to maximize you guys without breaking you up in conversation here. Oops. Let me take that out. There is, you looked at analytics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that so here's, I think, a takeaway for anyone that's listening. If you want to grow, because everyone's been asking, like, how did you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do it? And I say the same thing. I'm like, how did you do it? So I think analytics matters. YouTube does give pretty damn solid analytics, I think, comparatively speaking to other platforms. So to know that you want to grow in South Africa, for example, and it tells you geographically speaking, that is just absolutely insane. And by the way, Janice Shokrian just corrected us. It was 15K in May. So
wow.
But
That's awesome.
But let me ask you this, because it wasn't just simply targeting because you knew analytics. Your content. How does one make adaptive equipment, which is I would venture to guess a very niche topic, so relatable? Why is it that like I've texted you at times laughing my you know what off, going, holy shizers, that was genius. So talk to me about your content creation, your thought process and what you lean towards from a content perspective.
Well, first of all, we love adaptive equipment. I mean, we're like kids in a candy shop. I mean, seriously, I know I am. And I just, I love the creation behind it. I love that, working smarter, not harder. And when you put that with caregivers, in our history with caregivers and our love and passion for caregivers, it just is a great combination. I think Christina, I have to attribute a lot of what we do to her, because I think she tries to kind of bring in the comedic part of it, and I think that's
lighten it.
Because I can get kind of serious when I try to educate and do all of this stuff, and I really attribute that to her. But we enjoy it. I enjoy the education. We enjoy the products, in
the process.
In the process,
the process of making it. And the tips and the tricks. To me, that's what I like. I like. Is there a life hack that we could do? Right. And man, I'm a speech therapist, and so we're not as physical when it comes to providing treatment.
And you don't like to sweat.
Yeah, and I don't like to sweat.
Right.
So, so those life hacks are super awesome, and so passing those along, it's just because caregiving is not only hard on a body, it's hard on a wallet.
Yeah.
And so a lot of this stuff out here, people can't afford.
Right.
So if there's some kind of a life hack that we can learn or that we have learned throughout our careers, that's what I like passing along, is making that. I love the gadgets. I am a gadget head through and through, but if there's a life hack that we could give, and you know what, the other thing is we get so many great ideas from our viewers. They're so smart.
They are.
And they'll put this out there, and here's what I do. Awesome. That's fantastic. Right. And so now that really just feeds the next video, and it feeds, it keeps other videos in queue. Right. So I just think it's a lot of fun.
Well, we love that, and let me tell you that ever since we got introduced a few years ago, to say a couple of years ago, and had the honor to meeting y'all, I've learned extensively from your content as a content creator, right? But not only as that, but as a caregiver. So being able to translate and actually give a digestible content that is usable and valuable for our own safety and for our own wisdom, it is just top notch, I'm telling you. So my hat's off to you. And just, it's everything right now, it's video, right? Everyone wants to consume content video wise.
That's right.
It's easier to consume.
Yeah.
Yes, it is easy. And just the way you all make it so easy to follow, I think that's also been a resonating concept for us. But yeah, Sia, you have something to show us. We're talking about videos.
Speaking of videos, I thought I would, humor ourselves, because I'm one for humor, and I'm also one for surprise, and it's an honor and privilege to love you guys, because you're so genuine. So we have some surprises for you guys today. Are you ready?
We're ready. Hopefully.
Hey, Christina. Hey, Cindy. This is fantastic. This is your goal. You've reached your goal. You've worked hard, but I know why you wanted this goal, because you want people to be able to access information that they need for themselves, for someone that they love, so that they can use products and create a safer environment and live a more enriched life with confidence and assurance and have a little fun at it, and know that you guys have vetted everything ahead of time and have given such great suggestions. I'm so glad that you started this quite a while back and that now more people can tell more people. Go to AEC and you will find out what you need. Yay! 100,000!
So we
Awesome.
we had to throw that in there for you, beautiful.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
Yes,
Very nice.
Christy, we were
Need a
on her
pose.
podcast not too long ago.
Very nice.
Yeah, we had a blast. Man, Janice was on there with us.
Yes.
Friends, and we could have talked for hours on that.
I love what she said, though. She said, go to AEC to find what you need. Hey. I love that.
Right.
I kind of want to put something in out there too, if you guys don't mind. So we always say we don't sell equipment; we show you how to use it safely.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to AE Corner, we do have a shop page up at the top, and so you can actually find those products that we featured in our videos. That's where you can go to see a little bit, learn a little bit more about them. But just to let people know, we do not sell equipment. We just show you how to use it safely.
That's right.
And they do a very good job, let's just say stellar job at doing, at demonstrating how to use them, and in a fun, exciting, an inventive way. And it's just one of the aspects, like I said, that really drew me to your content. It's just, you make it fun, you make it very accessible for people to actually understand it, because it's not really easy. Storytelling is an art, and you do it so well through just being able to explain it, how that person can picture themselves in their homes when their loved ones coming home, being discharged from the hospital, how they can adapt things around the home. And to me, that is very creative. You're an artist of manipulating spatial, it's like architects.
Always want to be an artist.
That's right. That's right.
There you are, architects for sure. But again, for me, that's always been a very important aspect, to be relatable. How do people see themselves, literally in your videos? Have you had individuals reach out and say, oh my God, you don't understand. I did not know that hack. That has been a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a lot. We do get a lot of people that say, oh, I wish I would have known about you when I was caring for my mom, or when I was caring for my dad, or my grandma and grandpa. But we also get people that are just like, I just broke my leg. I didn't know how to use crutches.
Yep.
I don't know what to do. And we also get people that are like in the current state of needing, advice. And so they will reach out to us, and most of the time, if the video doesn't answer the question, we encourage them to find a local therapist and have them, tailor a treatment for their specific needs and stuff. But we get lots of people that reach out to us and, are like, I just saw your video and I just broke my leg, and this is going to be so helpful. I just brought my crutches home. They were still in the wrapper and I didn't know how to adjust them, so. It's we get that. We get quite a few comments like that.
It irks me, because I like to fancy, in this day and age, one would think that they know how to Google, right? I mean, I'm in freaking technology.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you the overwhelm when my father was, going down his journey and process, how much I didn't know. The lending closet. The lending closet. Let me say it one more time. Lending closet, you guys. I thought we had to buy everything. And at some point, when he entered into hospice care, I was shocked at what was actually available. And I'm like, and they're ready to buy my dad a bed. And they're like, no, this is covered. Like, I'm like, well, what kind of paperwork does that require? And they're like, you just tell us what you need. And I'm like, what? So I was having a party ordering everything up, and unfortunately he passed, but but it was already available. So everyone, if you don't know, please go to, Adaptive Equipment Caregiving Corner. I mean, go to aec.healthmobius.net to look at the product that they've tested, to educate yourself, because don't waste your money, resources are available. So thank you. So let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
What percentage of the people that you work with know about like the lending closet, for example?
It's one of the best kept secrets that
shocked.
we can't make it through a week without telling people about the 3 resources we think every caregiver needs to know about. And one of them is the Health Equipment Lending Closet, which is usually run by not-for-profit organizations, and they collect gently used equipment. They refurbish it, they reuse it, and they put it back out into the community. And the community member can borrow it for low or no cost. So that's the Health Equipment Lending Closet, your area agency on aging. For the people that are caring for the seniors, that is a best kept secret. A lot of people don't know. They are a wealth of information.
Yeah.
They usually tend to, in the community, they tend to run the senior health insurance programs. When you have questions about insurance, Meals on Wheels,
Right.
Congregate dining, the senior centers kind of stuff. So that's a wealth of information. And we have a national directory on our website. And then also your assistive technology program. Every state has an assistive technology program. And they have wonderful programs. Sometimes they will have a reuse program.
Right.
They have a program where you can borrow the piece of equipment for a few weeks, see if it fits in your lifestyle. If it doesn't, then just send it back.
Yeah.
So then you're not out all that money. So those are well kept secrets, and we cannot make it through a week without telling people.
Sorry. Yeah, no, even myself, I'm in the healthcare world. I did not know about these lending closets.
Right.
When you mentioned it, and I was just like, what kind of concept is that? I mean,
Yeah.
genius, whoever thought of that, genius, because
Right.
as you said, it's very cost effective. And also it gives an introduction to people to actually get the feel for things before if they have to make an investment on, in a
Right.
long-term adaptive equipment. So
Absolutely. And the thing I like about the lending closets too, Raquel, if I may, is that if you want to donate used equipment, maybe you've got something sitting down in your basement under the stairs, you can donate to them, even if it's in bad shape.
Right.
What they will do is they will recycle it, and they will get the money and put it back into their non-for-profit organization. So it helps keeps that stuff out of landfill. So it's a really win-win situation when it comes to the lending closets. Cindy and I sit on we have one in St. Louis, and it's a really big one. It's called St. Louis Health Equipment Lending Program. And Cindy and I sit on their board, and it's an honor.
Program.
It's an honor. It's a great program.
amazing. I can already envision how many lives, get impacted in a positive way because due to it, and due to people actually being aware of having these resources out there. And this is something that you do so well, just raising awareness about what is out there. So, it's one of those important things for me. Raising awareness, educating, and just reaching out to the community. And speaking of community, Sia, do we have something that we want to show?
Yeah, I think so, because you do impact so many people, Cindy and Christina. So I don't
feels
know,
like this is
man.
your life.
Let's cue up the next conversation here.
Hey, Cindy and Christina, congratulations on 100,000 followers on YouTube. Amazing. Here's the next 100,000 more. Walk tall.
All right. That's awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's so nice.
Yes, just our friends, friends in the community who do so many different things for charities, nonprofits. So shout out to you, Chris. We love you. We love you from Hail Hail Auctions. And he does such an amazing work too, as well, with communities everywhere in the U.S. So he wanted to send his love as well.
Yeah, he had to go. He was actually in the chat, and then he had to leave he's got daddy duties. But shout out for Walking Tall movement. He's been on hyperdrive with Walking Tall movement. If anyone's is or not aware, Walking Tall movement is focused on mental health. And so for those that are going through challenges, or quite frankly overcoming tragic events that is just like literally life altering, Walking Tall is there as a great resource and support for those that need help. And it could be, man, I stubbed my toes and I'm just crying. Walk Tall, everyone. If you're having a down day for whatever reason, Walk Tall. And so shout out there. And And for all the nonprofits out there with The Appeal, that's another podcast and live stream. So Walking Tall Movement and The Appeal are other shows that, of course, I know you've supported as well, Cindy, Christina. So that's why you've got all these creators supporting you.
That's awesome.
That's so sweet.
Yes, very nice.
It's just amazing, the love and support that you start getting from the community once they see the type of work that you do. But you've been in the caregiving space for so long, eons, right? Eons.
Yes,
But
yes.
it's amazing because it's an expertise that is wrapped into two superheroes. But obviously that landscape, I would like to think that the caregiving space is changing with the inclusion of technology, with the inclusion of just, this whole cyber world, cyber this, insecurity here and technology there. So we're being bombarded with all tech everywhere. How do you see technology being involved in the future with caregiving moving forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome that you were thinking about that. And we're already dealing with a little bit of the technology in our assistive technology job because we're utilizing Ring doorbells and I won't say her name out loud, but the personal assistants to do things like turning on and off lights and opening doors, unlocking doors and things like that for people who can't reach those things or get to the door. And that's just the tip of the iceberg for those types of things.
Yeah, I think the generation that we are reaching out to that are embracing this, the smart lights and the smart plugs and the and the virtual assistants kind of thing. They are embracing it a little bit, but as we age, as our generation ages, we have embraced it even more. So I think you're right, Raquel, that it's only going to get more. So we're seeing apps that are pulling, the caregiver family together, and saying, okay, mom needs to go here. So we're going to assign this duty to you and the organizing and the medications. And, I think it's going to help. That's what I think it's going to help with. It's going to help with organization, keeping the family together and helping organize to take care of the loved one. I think the bottom line is to keep the loved one at home as long as possible.
Right.
Yes.
And so with with some of the, like the Ring doorbells, for example, that's a security issue.
Right.
Now your loved one can actually sit next to the screen and you can call them and you can see them and you can check in on them. They've got there are some apps now with that will have motion detectors, so you can tell when the door is opened, and that way you can still be that caregiver, that sandwich generation caregiver that has kids that you're caring for and caring for aging loved ones. And so now you could be at work, and so it's so important that employers embrace this technology because their employees are embracing it. So you need to, try to work with them a little bit. But you could put one of those motion detectors or one of those like they do for the doors, the sensors on a refrigerator. And you can, when they open the door, somebody's opened the refrigerator door. They've at least looked in, right? So then that could cue you to go, hey, mom, hey, dad, have you had anything to eat today? There are temperature sensors. You could put it in the bathroom. Then when, hey, did you take a bath today? The technology is going to help keep our loved ones at home as long as possible and keep us plugged in to knowing and give them that independence and dignity that they've had as adults.
Right. Share a story just real quick. And this is, even we're talking about the caregivers being able to monitor and things like that, but we installed a Ring doorbell for one of our customers. And she was so happy when we went back to see her because she said, I was in bed and couldn't get out of bed. I think it was Easter.
Yeah.
And she's got two little kids that are her neighbors, and they were bringing something over to her, and she couldn't get to the door, but she was able to talk to them through the Ring doorbell and see them. And so they got to talk and say, hi, and how you doing? And she said, I couldn't get to the door, but I was still able to talk to my kids. And she said, she just never wanted to give that Ring doorbell up, and it's part of the problem with our older adults is the social isolation.
Yeah.
And, having some of these things where they can talk to family and see family and do those things.
If we're going to keep them at home as
That's
long
right.
as possible, we need to address the social isolation then.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to age in place.
Right.
So we need to have some way to at least engage with them.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I think the points that you brought up, Christina and Cindy, they're absolutely valid, because we live in such a society that is moving towards technology, moving forward. But obviously there are certain things in our family dynamics that may not catch up as fast to that. And so being able to incorporate and integrate such a wonderful, technology, whether it's an app, whether it's a camera, Ring Door, you're not sponsoring this, but maybe we should. We should talk about it. Like,
always open for sponsorship. Speaking of which, we probably should roll into our sponsor. So, guys, if you're not aware, and speaking of cybersecurity and technology, we have a little announcement to make ourselves. So Raquel and I are going to be attending Checkpoint CPX Americas 2025. Checkpoint Software is a security company that will protect you on your perimeter devices as well as your cloud. So all things that is to optimize your business. So whether you can have threat protection, email security, data center protection, all that good stuff, guys. Check out Checkpoint. We're actually, on behalf of Checkpoint, we've been invited to attend. So for those that are in cybersecurity and technology, you are welcome to join us and enjoy this little show that is Raquel and Cia at CPX Americas 2025 at the Venetian, Las Vegas. Vegas, baby! February 25th and 26th. I mean, come on, guys. We are going to take Vegas, and we're going to make it even better and maybe try not to lose so much money. So humor us, people. Meet up with us. So Cia's off the tables. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I say tables, gambling tables, not this dancing tables.
Jesus, Cia.
Gotcha.
What?
Yeah, sure.
We'll go with
Yeah, okay.
Not the 20-year-olds we used to be, right? In my head, we still are.
Absolutely. But yes, we're super excited about it. Checkpoint Software. Thank you so much, for this invitation. We're so excited to just go to CPX 2025. America. So speak to all my Latin American friends who are in cybersecurity. So yes.
Oh, the reason why Raquel is specifically invited is because this is LATAM. This is Latin America, Americas. So she will be actually broadcasting from CPX en español.
En español.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That is so cool.
Muchas gracias, Checkpoint Software. So I'm so excited. It's different ventures, different opportunities, and so many things to celebrate. And looking forward to everything next month. But so thank you, guys.
Hey, why'd you say it in español, girl?
Un saludo para todas las personas que están en ciberseguridad. Estoy súper emocionada que el próximo mes, en febrero, estaré por allá visitándolos en Las Vegas. Así que si nos quieres conocer, así que párate por ahí, compra tu boleto y nos vemos en CPX América.
Wait. I do have other sounds, but I don't know why that's my go-to. But
she likes that one.
Speaking of go-to and favorites, we do have someone else I would love to wish you guys a congratulations. Or can I just zoom us along, because I didn't realize what the time was, ladies and gentlemen and peoples.
Wow.
All right, let me click on.
Hey guys, it's your favorite sister here from the Confessions of a Reluctant Caregiver podcast. And JJ and I are so excited to congratulate Cindy and Christina with the Adaptive Equipment Corner Network. They do amazing videos, and on their YouTube channel, they just reached 100,000 subscribers. We can only wish to have that many. And let me tell you something, they are fantastic. They offer lots of advice. They offer demos of products and really great solutions to allow everyone of all abilities to be able to participate. Let me tell you, if you haven't subscribed to their channel or follow them on social media, you're missing it. Go today. You'll find them at AEC Network on their YouTube channel. Subscribe today. Ladies, congratulations. Here's to the next 100,000 subscribers. Great job.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
How about that?
Oh.
This is your life. That's probably too. You guys are too young for that. I'm not
Oh,
dating
I
you
love that show.
as
I
a
mean,
TV
I think we're all young for that show, but that was I think they need to bring it back.
Ooh,
Oh
For
yeah,
real?
I think that's a good idea.
maybe that's a show. That's another podcast.
That's
See ya.
Guys,
Hey.
okay, that's so funny you should mention. I am launching 2 new shows next week. Just a heads up. So
Oh my gosh.
shout out.
Nice.
Speaking of Checkpoint, we are rebranding and revamping and bringing it back. What used to be called Checkpoint Real Talk is now Technophile Real Talk, sponsored by Checkpoint. So that's going to be a Thursday
Nice.
bi-weekly show. So anyone that loves technology and loves to watch movies and like wax poetic on the accuracies or inaccuracies more often than not of media and pop culture and technology, check that out. And then I know we haven't really fully officially announced it, but I'll just verbalize it. But no pressure. Leslie Neidick and I are launching a bi-weekly show on Saturdays. So alternating with the Influencers Connection Corner, we are going to launch, and it's tentatively named LinkedIn Lunatics Strike Back. So for anyone that is familiar and has been to Reddit, there is a subreddit called LinkedIn Lunatics. And I, as a LinkedIner, I'm a little sensitive to, I think, yes, there are some posts that I will comment on as like, but in general, I think LinkedIn is very misunderstood in the zeitgeist of social media. And so Leslie and I thought it would be a great idea to, highlight some posts, maybe offer constructive criticism on certain posts, but at least all above anything, kind of defend our LinkedIn, man. Like LinkedIn is great for business.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is not meant for let's do dance videos, unless of course you do a dance video and talk about business concepts, or ladies like you do dance because, let's show us how not to, throw out our backs, that kind of stuff. That's what we're all about. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be announcing this week.
And see, this is the beautiful thing, right? It's like you're starting a new year, you're starting with so many different projects already, but these are not just any other projects. These are projects that are meant to really help, give constructive feedback, and just be productive overall to that in the personal lives and as a professional. And this is why we love exactly what you do, Cindy and Christina, just because you appeal to both the professional and also the caregiver aspect. And so I love it. I love it. And I know you ladies have a lot as well that are going to be doing in 2025. So I'm just so excited to see everything and be a part of it. Please take me with you. Please take me with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
We'll be launching the Spanish, also the Spanish part of your videos. So we're excited for that.
That's right. Yeah. So are we. That's been
so as usual with timing. We're amazeballs with timing and lack thereof, but that's okay. It's a Saturday. Are you guys okay if we just, hey, audience, give us a thumbs up or a heart or an applause if you guys don't mind us running a little bit longer, about 5-10 minutes, a little bit longer today, because there's just so much to cover. We have a new friend in Thomas Trang here, and we just want to say thank you. Obviously, look at this. Rattled awake. So, we've got so many great people here. Just want to say hello and thank you to that we just haven't had a chance to, say hello to. So Christine Smith was out there, and I'm trying to find it. I'm just trying to catch up. We're so behind on chats here. So John out of, it looks like Virginia. Thank you very much. This is our, what do you call it? The magic mirror hour when we say thank you and hello to everyone. Oh my gosh. I don't know who you are, but we need to be friends. Look at this title. Read my dumbass book.
Oh, okay.
Okay, whoever you are, please like and subscribe and let's be friends. Brilliant Bee Media, AE Corner, the Influencer Connection Corner. We are friends. Hello to, is it Ashul? Athul. Hola. And KJ Lavin?
Yeah. Hello.
Nice.
I'm going to go through all the pronunciation for you, KJ, because I don't want to insult you. And of course, probably I said every single one wrong. As we already gave shout out before, but I do want to give a personal shout out. I don't know why Stephen Hank's like a baby brother to me. Love you, my friend. I'm really proud of everything that you're accomplishing. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of like dominating here, kids, but we've got so much here that you're so amazing, Cindy, Christina. And I just want to thank the audience because we've been on hiatus for so long that they're here to support you and your success for 100K. Like that's not a small feat. And by the way, all the hashtags are now March to 200K, everyone. So get ready.
They rolled over.
Get ready. And speaking of get ready, there's another person that I think we all know and love that would love to wish you some congrats. So would you guys mind?
Congratulations, Cindy and Christina. You made it to 100,000. So proud of you, ladies. You did a great work. You've got fantastic content. 100,000 is just the starting point. You're going to take off in 2025. Love it. Congratulations, you guys.
Yay, Tassie.
Janice.
Yay.
Love it.
And so let's if you guys don't mind a moment to just give a shout out to Tausi because they have been a sponsor and supporter of this I almost said channel, but it is a channel if you're on YouTube and this show if you're on LinkedIn. Yeah. Got to get the terminology right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. That's exactly
so,
right. We love Tausi. We've got one right here.
Yep. Cindy's wearing hers.
Yeah, so
got mine.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So when you first got to know Janice and you had her obviously like as any good due diligence should, what was it in your testing and your, I guess testing of the Tausi that you said, okay, this is actually a legit product that's very helpful. So was there certain features about or do you want the honors to explain what a Tausi is?
Yes. So
Well, I liked it. I just want to say
real
real quickly because Janice, when we met Janice, when you meet her and you talk about Tausi, she tells you about the origin story about how that's my favorite part about meeting so many people is their origin story. Go ahead. She talks about her dad sitting in a recliner and they had pillows behind his head and the pillow kept falling off. And when she said that, I mean, most of my career has been in long-term care. And I knew exactly what she was talking about and the positioning and stuff. See, and it's got the straps on the back side of it that allowed them to put it around the chair so that it didn't fall off. I mean, that to me, I was just like, that is genius.
Yes.
I mean, it's just genius.
Yeah. So it's a support. It can be a neck or low back support. Whoops, I can't get it on.
You got it.
Yeah, and it comes like this, and it's got this little sweet square that goes right here in the middle.
She calls it the mini pillow.
That's right. I actually use it. It was for her father. It was for his neck.
Yep.
But I use it for my low back because this is a perfect support right here in that low back area. This kind of comes up next to the ribs. I love it.
We don't when we fly.
Oh yeah,
she takes that thing with everywhere we go. She takes it. And long travel in the car on a plane.
And I just have to say, I use both. See, I use this for my low back on the plane, and then I take this little sweet thing and roll it right in half. I've got my system down, and I put it right behind my neck. Perfect. Fall asleep.
Yeah.
Gapped mouth. The whole thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And they come in a vertical. It comes in a vertical form so that the U is at the top of the vertical pillow sham, or it comes in the horizontal. So then the U is right in the middle. The neck support's right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But it's antimicrobial and the pillow inside, you could take it out, you could wash it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good support system for low back, neck. I mean, you could use it for all kinds of things.
You could call it a neck pillow, but I think that's really, it's an injustice. Yeah. It's a support system.
It's a system. That's right.
Absolutely.
So that you guys nailed it perfectly. So I think sometimes you just have to visualize it. So stay tuned here because I think this is a great demonstration of how cool Tausi is and how it fits in so many different scenarios.
Awesome. Yes.
Falling asleep with your head in the wrong position is a pain in the neck. You deserve Tausi Comfort for head, neck, and back support. Go to tausibrands.com and get your comfort on.
Love this. I love it. Shout out to you, Janice Shokrian, creator of Towsy. I love it. Like I said, ever since having mine, it's just like my girls took mine and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get another one. But this is not just, even though the beginnings and the roots of the story are, because of her father, she created this for her father. But I'm a millennial. And I'm a sandwich generation. I need some support too, back support after having 2 kids. Things are not what they're supposed to. So alignment is extremely important. So Towsy has helped me dearly with this. So shout out to you again. Oh my goodness. So many shout outs to give. I'm so excited.
I love this part though. This is the best part.
Yeah.
I know. Well, speaking of best part, we're not done. Wait, there's more.
There's more.
And people, look, for everyone that's been here for the duration of the hour, thank you so much. We were supposed to pace this a little bit more, but when we get to talking and conversación is flowing. So, but we do want you guys to get your flowers. So hang tight here, kids. We've got one more here for you.
Congratulations, AE Corner, on reaching your milestone of 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. The march continues. Looking forward to seeing what you accomplish next.
Yay! Kathleen, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Who's that, guys? Who that?
Kathleen Quinn.
Mobility Towel. Awesome.
She's over in our neck of the woods.
That's right.
She's just across the Mississippi River from us.
Yes.
She is.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Raquel, what is a mobility towel?
Oh my goodness. But you see, why do you have me explain it? You have the experts right there who can explain what that is. So ladies, please work your magic.
Yes. So the mobility towel is for those people. So Kathleen developed it for her mom who was needing assistance drying off, had difficulty with rheumatoid arthritis. And if we had one here, we could do that. But it has basically she's sewn some straps right through the middle of the towel. And then the end of it, one seam has a little bit of weight in it. And so with gravity and with the ability to loop your hands through the straps, you don't there it is. You don't actually have to grab it. You don't have to grasp it. And you can use the weight on the towel and gravity to help dry yourself off. Makes it very, very nice for those people to maintain independence and dignity when they're trying to dry themselves. So awesome product.
Yeah.
Awesome product.
So simple.
Yes.
Smart.
Yes, it is. And it is weighted at the bottom. So as Cindy was saying, you do drag it. I'm not going to do the whole leg demonstration. Okay. So, but we can definitely do a video on that. I know, right? And then I'll be needing to towels it even more. Okay.
That's right.
But, yes. So as you can see here in the images, but yes, thank you so much, Kathleen, for sending me one of these. Sometimes, when I had my car accident, I couldn't bend that much. And so I was able to definitely use one. So thank you so much, Kathleen. It's amazing. This is what I love about the caregiving community, that there are so many different components and so many different ways to approach the care of someone in their homes. And just, it's such a community of coming together. It's a collective, quoting Janice. What's the term that we use?
Collaborative capitalism.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go. So it's amazing. And like I said, if you see yourself and if you have something, if you have a product, that it helps people in home care, or it's assisting supplements, and also helps the caregivers dealing with our burnout, please reach out to us. We would love to it. Christina and Cindy, they love just putting their stamp and seal of approval. They vet products. And so we would love for you to be able to do that and get an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Be great. We'd love to hear your story. It's that's my favorite part about what we do, is hearing how that product came to be. Because most of the time it's a caregiver and they've got a story, the backstory, and that's my favorite part.
So, and that's where I think, necessity is a mother of invention, right? So someone had a bad back somewhere. Someone wanted independence. Like I can see it. Like I remember when my father, even my sister, like she's like, you ain't touching my, what area. Like I want to take care of myself.
Right.
And so for those that are again, a little confused of like, what do you mean by a weighted blanket? I'd like to show this little video off just so everyone can like see a mobility towel in action. So do you guys mind? I want to shout
awesome.
give a little shout out to Mobility Towel and Kathleen Quinn, please. All right.
So as you can see, you can grab the loops, and with the weights, it's going to allow that towel to stay. You don't have to grasp the towel. You don't have to grab the towel.
Nice.
Makes me want to shimmy. Hey, let's dance.
It's so like
it's shimmy and dance to dry yourself off. There you go.
we lose shoulder mobility when we don't like exercise. This is like me speaking out loud for myself right now, but it happens, right? You can't reach back. You can't. It's a very and who has put on shirts and you get that trail of back sweat on you because it's like you didn't dry yourself off and then it turns into sweat.
Yeah. Yes, I get it. Totally get it. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. Well, guys, I mean, if there is anything else that we want to tell the ladies, please, guys, in the audience, thank you so much for just celebrating here with us and celebrating this achievement that, and like I explained it the other day, or like I said it, it's not just the AEC corner, or I'm going to say it all loud, adaptive equipment and caregiving corner win, but it's also a win for our caregiving community. So many of us are behind the scenes. So many of us are rallying behind the community just because we care. We care about your health. We care about your sanity. We care to make sure that we are being able to give information and raise awareness about how to safely and just be taking care of your loved ones. At the end of the day, at one point in our lives, we're all going to wear that caregiving hat, even though you may think you're not, but we all do in some some way, shape, or form. And so it's important for us to really just inform ourselves and make educated decisions based on what's best for our loved ones. But anyhow, is there, do you want to share exactly or a few more besides the YouTube channel? Guys, subscribe, please. Anywhere they can reach you?
Wherever they get their social media, where they consume it, we're there. I guarantee we're even on TikTok, but I don't know how much longer. So that's right. But we have our website, aecorner.com. And so that's always a good place to connect with us. But if you're on Facebook, reach out to us, stop by and say hi on one of our videos or whatever. And
Instagram and
LinkedIn, Blue Sky. We're on Blue Sky now, and we're also on Threads. We are everywhere.
I love it. I love it. So guys, you have multiple ways of reaching out to Cindy and Christina and getting information, getting your story out there. And quick thing, shout out to Corinne Carter. I saw her in the comments. I had a wonderful conversation with her yesterday from Tutu Scares. And she's based out of New York. So it's someone that I would love for y'all to hear her story. But anyhow, guys, any golden nugget that you would like to leave our audience with?
My thing that I always say is that as a caregiver, it's so easy, I think, to get bogged down in the day-to-day that it's hard to see the forest for the trees. There are so many people in this industry that are there to help, that would be happy to help. You are not in this alone. It might feel like it from time to time or lots of time, but you certainly are not in this alone. And make sure that you do such a good job at taking care of your loved one. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself.
Yes, that right there, it nails it for me. Just because oftentimes we get lost in taking care of everything else and carrying the world in our shoulders that we forget about our own existence. So thank you so much for definitely driving that point in. And, for me, that is a point that for the rest of the year, we definitely want to be able to help all the caregivers around the world to make sure that they remember that they do exist and they have to take care of themselves as well, that they are a priority and they shouldn't be a shame associated with that. Self-care. Self-care. Right. Remember, that's why we're going on this cruise. Self-care.
Right. You should shout that out. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, Natalie and JJ. I forgot to make that graphic.
It's all good. But if y'all want to go on a self-care cruise and want to join me for my birthday party as well, please, 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 I'll put the link for the self-care cruise. And all of us ladies in this right here in your screen, plus many more are going to be there. It's a whole week going out to beautiful, beautiful out in the ocean with Norwegian, cruise line. So we'll give information more about that. But come on, it's okay to take care of yourself. Self-care is essential, and it's not just it's not a luxury, it's essential. So without any more to say, guys, thank you so much for sticking around with us. It's the first live stream show for the Influencers Connection Corner, and I'm so excited to definitely continue these next 12 months with you of the year and highlight so many different folks who are doing wonderful, wonderful things in the world, as these amazing super women are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you in about 2 weeks. And if not, we'll see you in next month in Las Vegas. Thank you, Checkpoint. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And please reach out. All right. See you. Hasta la vista.
Thank you for joining. If you enjoyed today's show, please subscribe and follow us for the next episode.